Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. First on the agenda is the organization of the school board and the election of a chairman. Is there a motion for a chairman?
I'd like to nominate Dale.
Second. Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded. For Dale, is there any discussion?
Is there multiple people being,
Well,
we just do one at a time or wait until we
Yes.
do multiple?
yes. Any discussion?
Yes, I have discussion. I think it's important that multiple board members have an opportunity to serve as the chair and vice chair. The past 4 years plus, we've only had Mr. Perrier being the chair and Mr. Bullock being the vice chair. With us having terms of 4 years, if the same board member continues to serve as chair and vice chair, it will not afford the opportunity for other board members to have that chance. I know there are other board members who wish to have that opportunity. I believe it's been said by board members that if board members wish to serve, they should have an opportunity. But if we continually to put the same person in place, other board members will not have an opportunity. Also, as far as the board chair, I believe, has to have communication. Our chair has to communicate with the Board of Supervisors, weekly, if not more often. In the past 4 years, I believe there has not been much communication with Mr. Perrier and the Board of Supervisors chair. I think we should change from time to time. Mr. Perrier has done the best he can do, but I think other board members should have an opportunity to serve as well. That's all I have.
I have, in 2006, the school board set a school board policy that anyone would only be chairman for 2 years, consecutive years, and it was for the same reasons that Mr. Sturdivant has brought up tonight. If somebody's chairman for 4 years and then they lose the election on the next one, nobody has the experience. If your chairman and vice chairman both lost the election, you would have no experience in a chairman's seat. That's the reason we passed that. And if I could, I'd like to see the minutes of when we voted to do away with that, because that was a school board policy, and I don't ever remember. I've been here 10 years, and I never voted to do away with it. We did away with it by doing the same thing I vote against every month, and that's circumventing all the policies. So I'd like to see the date and the vote, hand vote on when we did away with that policy. Can we see that? Well, I mean, if we hadn't done away with it, then is it legal or not legal?
Been legal the last several years.
Well, maybe it hadn't.
It's, according to Ms. King, it is.
I know it's not in our current policies.
Well, then,
That all of us adopted.
but when did we vote to do away with the policy? The policy changes were made. The school board only votes on the changes after they're made, and it's very easy. I don't know of anybody on here that's gone through and read every change in the policy. Before this school board came on, we had every month, when we had school board policy changes, someone walked to that microphone and went to the page in the book, and then we were in a manual and told us this is the policy and this is the change. And then it was given to us in writing. Since we've gone to board docs, it just goes on board docs, and everybody comes in like sheep, stick their head through the fence and vote. I just would like to see the policy change, or I'd like to know from our attorney, I'd like to see some legal advice on it.
We voted for our attorney to make changes to our policies and bring them to us, and then we were all to read them and vote on those policy changes. So if that change was taken out, then, we would have been shown that at that time.
Who was chairman that authorized him to take it out at that time?
From what I understand, the way.
He wrote our policy.
He wrote our policies.
And we adopted.
We actually, if I remember correctly, we voted for him to take our policies and update them and rewrite them for us, and he used other school systems that he worked for to write our policies so they were up to date. And we accepted that, and I think we did like a blanket of we adopted these policies going forward, and it was like this. I think, if I remember correctly, they brought us section by, brought us sections, and we were to read them, and then we adopted them, so.
Well, I know that I've read certain sections of it, and the section about the chairman being only 2 years has not been in there since I've been on the school board.
Right.
So if any changes were made, it was made before I became a member.
I call for the vote.
Vote. You only have one nomination.
You're not, I thought you were
We're
going to do
voting
one.
on, we're voting on the motion that Dale become the chair. It was moved and seconded that Dale be the chair. Is there any,
Yeah, it's not the way we usually do it. We change every year. We make up our rules as we go, so it doesn't make any difference. Y'all do it any way you want to. We usually have all nominations on the floor, and then we vote.
Yes.
Okay.
But, I mean, y'all do it any way you want to. I guess that's a policy got changed, too. I don't know.
I've never seen it done that way, but.
I think all,
Well, you've been here, and it has been done that way since you've been on this board.
We've never had more than one nomination.
things should have the opportunity if other people would like to be nominated. That way, we have all the nominees at one time and then vote individually after we know who the nominees are.
no, that's fine.
I don't remember.
Is-
Well, I
is-
nominate Mr. Perrier.
I second.
That's the way we're supposed to do it.
Is there any further discussion?
Yes. Since I had an opportunity to talk as to why I would like to serve as the board chair, I find it appropriate Mr. Perrier should share with us as well.
Sir? Let me start from, I feel like I maybe learned to push this button, but I just feel like we need to keep going down the road we're going. I don't see where I've done a bad job for anyone. I feel like we got things going in the right directions. We got new gyms, we got new additions, we got new curriculum, and it seems like things are going well. So I guess it's up to the board to decide whether they want you, I, or whomever.
Any further discussion or nominations? All right, I guess we're, for those in favor of Mr. Sturdivant, please raise your hand. Did you get that, Shannon? Those in favor of Mr. Perrier, raise your hand. Okay. Is it 6-3?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank y'all. We're gonna move on to a vice chairman. Move on to subject B. Do we have a nomination for vice chair?
I nominate Mr. Bullock.
Have a nomination for Mr. Bullock. Is there a second?
I'd like to nominate Ms. Tanner.
Okay.
Second.
Did you second Mr. Bullock? Did you second Mr. Bullock?
Joan.
Okay, Joan did. And Ms. Garner? All right, is there any discussion?
Yes. Go ahead, Ms. Scott.
Since Mr. Bullock is serving as chairman of the regional, I think that his duties are being split between state and our boards. So I feel like that Ms. Tanner would be more astute to what's going on with our county.
Ms. Tanner's going to decline this nomination.
Is there any further nominations? Any further discussion? All right, hear none, call for a vote. All those in favor, that Mr. Bullock be elected as vice chairman of the school board? All opposed?
But thank you for the nomination.
6-3, Ms. Shuttleworth. Have a motion that, anybody else want to be clerk other than Ms. Shuttleworth? Okay. Have
Motion
a
that Ms. Shuttleworth be our school board clerk.
motion, school board, that, and you second it, Ms. Smiley? Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I think Ms. Shuttleworth does a good job for us, and she's up on point in everything she's trying to do for us.
And she does a fine job. All those, any further discussion? All those in favor? All righty, now we need a nomination for parliamentarian.
I nominate Mr. Sturdivant.
I'll second.
Have a motion second. Is there any more nominations? All right, all those in favor? All opposed? All righty, now we need a superintendent designee. I have a motion that Dr. Melody Hackney and Tracy Rogers are elected as designees to sign official correspondence for the superintendent in the superintendent's absence.
Second.
Did you make the motion?
Oh, I make a motion.
Made the motion. Ms. Smiley got a second. All righty. Any discussion? All those in favor? None opposed, Ms. Shuttleworth? Item F, our superintendent's designee for meeting attendance. A motion that Dr. Melody Hackney is approved as the designee of the division superintendent to attend meetings of the school board in the absence or inability of the superintendent to attend.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Have a motion, this need to come up with their governor school delegate.
I nominate Mrs. Garner. She's done it. She seems to be doing okay.
I second that.
Is there any more nominees?
I nominate Ms. Smiley.
All righty, we have two nominees. We'll go with Ms. Garner first. All those in favor?
Did you, we get a second for Mr.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we get a second for Ms. Smiley? Okay, second for Ms. Smiley there. All those in favor that Ms. Garner serve as delegate on the Regional Governor School Board? How many was that? I missed the count. 5, all right. And then we need to select an alternate. Well, all those opposed, I guess we need to go ahead and make that.
Once you got 5, you're good.
I think so, we had 5, so. All right, we need to select an alternate.
I nominate Ms. Smiley.
Is there
A
any-
second.
Second. All righty. All those in favor of Ms. Smiley serving as an alternate? None opposed? Move on to our meeting times and dates. The meeting dates and times shall be established as the third Monday of each month unless otherwise noted, with closed meeting beginning at 6 p.m. and open public meeting at 7 p.m. Meetings will be held at the school board office in Boarding.
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor? None Unopposed, Ms. Shuttleworth? Moving on to our code of conduct for school board members. As a member of my local school board, I will pledge to honor and uphold these principles ever conscious that public office is a public trust. And this is in our organizational packet that we sign here in a little while. And so does anyone want me to read the whole code of conduct, or is everyone familiar with it?
So moved.
Second.
All right, have a motion and a second that we adopt that, approve that. All those in favor? All opposed?
Abstain.
Everyone needs to make sure we sign this if you voted for it before we leave. In fact, I'll pass it around here in just a second. All righty, now we're going to move on to our actual meeting. We have a motion the school board adopts the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Unopposed? If everyone please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone here tonight. Appreciate your attendance. Sorry we had to schedule and reschedule, but the weather has not been cooperating. And so we have a short meeting on our action agenda here, so we're going to move on with the payment of the bills. I have a motion, the school board approves the bills.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion second. Is there any discussion? No one has any questions on the bills? All those in favor? All opposed?
Abstain.
All righty. We're going to scoot down to agenda preparation. We got a few things on here. We got our high school parent-teacher conferences. We got our joint education committee meeting at the Board of Supervisors building on the 13th at 4:30. And we have our regular school board meeting for February coming up on the 17th, on February 17th at 6 p.m. here. And during this time right here, we need to schedule a date for a budget work session to be held in February. So does anyone have any dates they can't be here, or
Can I send them to you?
any dates they would like to do it? Or if everyone just wants to send me the dates they can't and pick a date between there, or
Yeah, be fine.
however y'all want to do it. If you got, okay, okay, okay.
Well, SVCC meeting is the 19th. So it will
Okay.
be-
When do you need it by, Robert?
We just need to get it so we can get it advertised and get it done before, the March 17th meeting. We need to get it done sometime in February. So any changes can be made and all that. We can have a public hearing and everything.
So get the dates to you by next week, everybody?
Yeah, if we get it to us next week, then we can set a date and get it advertised.
We can have a copy of it before we come to this meeting, so we can look at it before we walk in and bid.
Yes, sir. Sure.
While we,
Would you rather have a paper copy or a board doc copy?
Paper. Then we
Make-
can make notes on it.
So it's gonna be paper for everyone, or we have to?
I was going to say everyone,
I would like a paper copy too, so I can,
keep note of that, Ms. Shuttleworth.
Same here.
get everyone, get anyone that wants a paper copy to them prior to that meeting, please, ma'am. If you
I'd
decide
like
you
one
want.
too, please.
Yeah. Go ahead and send everybody one.
Makes it easier.
Make it easier. All righty, we'll get that done. And that's it.
One thing about the superintendent evaluation.
Oh, yes, sir. Yeah.
Under the new law and dealing with the superintendent evaluation going into effect July the 1st, you have to go through training, and we can either, people go to the Charlottesville office, or we can probably purchase the CD and do the training here here at the school board office. But we need to get it done before July the 1st.
Did you get the cost of the CD? I know the cost.
I told you last year was 100, I believe. I don't know if they're going up, because I went through the training last year.
I think it
That's
costs
cheaper
more.
that's cheaper than 9 people going to Charlottesville for 2 or 3 days to stay in motels.
Well, it's not, it was one day.
I know, but we always stay over.
No, I tried to get y'all to buy it last year, and nobody was interested in getting it last year, so.
I didn't know the state law. I mean, they
Yeah, I told you, when I came back, I told you
They got
all,
a new state law?
I told you all last, October that we have to have the training. It's a new state law going into effect July the 1st. To do the new procedures that's gonna be utilized.
We just get the video.
Since you are a representative from the region, I think you should train us.
I'll bring the CD, and you can look at the CD for yourself, and if that's that's what you do.
That's fine. If you
Okay.
do it, I just don't think you want to train.
I mean, I'm capable of doing the training, but the CD, you can look at the CD and get trained. I'm very capable of doing the training now.
We'll try to do that. We'll try to get that straight
Okay.
and get that done.
It's almost a day training.
All day?
Yeah. Well, I should start like about half a day, really, from about 9 until 1 or 1:30. That's where the training, we had it on September the 30th last year, from 9 until 1. And you had a couple of breaks in between.
Or we'll try to get that and try to schedule a date, rainy day, to do it. And so, all righty. Anything else, we're gonna have a motion, school board meeting be adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Second. All those in favor? Unopposed, Ms. Shuttleworth? The gavel.